everybody, what is up? It is CashApp here. Welcome to my channel. I just felt like I just really had to light some candles for all the events that's been going on. Really quick before I get started on anything, I just want to say and give my condolences, rest in peace to George Floyd and anyone else who's lost their lives, to those who were sworn to protect and serve us. I said I didn't want to get too into the subject, but I do want to give my condolences to those who have lost their lives in this situation, and to those officers who to the good cops out there. I really hope and pray that you all are finding a way to, or help find a way to be more proactive in correcting and redirecting your peers, because not just black people are tired of everything that's been going on, but the collective as a whole really is just over it at this point. And I keep seeing the number 222. Balance. It is definitely what is needed right now, but I digress. For those of you that are new to this channel, hello, my name is CashApp, aka Kay the Tarot Reader. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I do tarot readings, tarot picker cards, all things tarot related and spiritual related. So if that is something that you are interested in, please feel free to go ahead down below and go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And also, while you're at it, make sure you hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any videos that I post. Because why would you want to do that? It's lit. I'm not as up there like I normally am when I record these videos. I actually just had to take some time to just really be by myself and just really calm my mind, because I just got so many things going on in my brain. Alright, for some reason my video cut, but anyway, as I was saying, 2020 has been quite a year already, and we only halfway through. So June is a very transformative month. I'm actually in the process of editing June 2020 prediction video for the collective, and I will also be doing individual June predictions for each zodiac sign, so be on the lookout for that. But this video, I just wanted to go ahead and put it up there because, like I said, I just really wanted to channel some messages so I could get some positive words out, some positivity out to you guys. Because I don't know about you all, but me being an empath, like, it's been a roller coaster, to say the least. Oh my gosh. And like, honestly, I've always been very sensitive, and I just started my spiritual journey about 2 years ago or so. And me now putting a name to my sensitivity, knowing that I'm an empath now, it just seems like I feel energy like 1,000 times more now, and it's kind of annoying, to be honest, but it's a gift that was given to me, and I'm just trying to I feel like I can take everything I'm feeling and channel it, and channel it into some positivity, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been really scatterbrained, especially today. It's just I was supposed to be taking a trip down to Texas to visit my sister, and she has a baby shower this weekend, and it's you know, with all of the, you know, with everything that's going on, it's just, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. But like I said, I wanted to get on here today to channel some messages, you know, because I feel like we all need a message from the divine, you know what I'm saying, to help get us going. For those that are interested, I will put the names of all the tarot decks I'll be using down in the description box below. And one more thing before I get started, I don't want to make the video, this intro too long, but a lot of people have been asking me about personal readings. I was gonna start taking readings next week, but given, you know, circumstances and things like that, like, I really want to make sure that my mind is clear and sharp for you guys. So I will be posting my my link to my schedule down in the description box, so you guys can pre-book. But I probably won't be taking personal readings probably until like the middle of June-ish, probably like the third week of June or something like that, you know, just so I can make sure that, you know, I got my mind right and making sure that I am, you know, at 100% for you guys. So and yeah, thank you guys for your support on all of that. But let's get started. Let's see, I'm gonna start with the Osho Zen tarot deck, so we can see, like, you know, so we can get to channeling some messages. I'm not sure why my video keeps cutting off. It seems like it keeps cutting off at 5 minutes, but the number 5 represents like change, and baby, it's been a lot. You know, usually, like, I can, you know, roll with the punches. Like, usually I can adapt pretty quickly, but I don't know, it just seems like things been happening so rapid. I don't know if that's been the case for you guys. Let me know down in the comments how 2020 has been going for you guys so far. But all right, let's get started. Okay, Spirit, what messages do you have for me to give to the collective? What messages need to be heard? What needs to be honored? I call upon my angels and ancestors. Oh, that's a lot. Take them. Okay. Let me pause real quick. Okay, so obviously there is a lot that needed to be said. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Back of the deck, got trust in reverse, and I had actually flipped all these cards upright and shuffled them yesterday, and only one card came out upright, and that was, oh, why am I over there? Schizophrenia, right? But okay, so back of the deck we got trust in reverse, but that was weird that 6 of the 7 cards came out in reverse, and I literally flipped all the cards and shuffled them up yesterday. But anyway, trust in reverse, naturally, you know, the collective, like, a lot of us are just really feeling like, you know, we don't know who to trust anymore, you know, with the people in power, the powers that be. You know, we don't know who to trust anymore. As you see on the card here, it's like she's flying almost. She took that leap of faith. It looks almost like she's flying. So a lot of us are feeling like, you know, we took that leap of faith. We trusted in, you know, we trusted in the police and in the government and all that, and it's just like they kind of let us down, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm getting for that. And under that, there is morality. Whew. You know, given everything that's going on right now in the world, it's like we're questioning people's morality, like, especially, you know, the powers that be. Like, you know, I said I didn't want to really talk about that. I didn't want to go in depth with that, but that's what's coming out. That's what Spirit wants me to communicate. So there we go. But clearly, you know, our trust, like, all of that, our trust, it has been betrayed. You know, just putting faith in the people that we thought was here to protect us and, you know, do what's best for the collective hasn't been really meeting that, you know. And then under there we got consciousness. We're waking up. It's an awakening, a mass awakening. It's crazy. But I could go on and on. Postponement is under that. So that's pretty much the world, you know, hitting the pause button. That could potentially happen again in the future. I'm not gonna wood. I don't, you know, that's what popped in my head. You know, I pray that's not the case, but I don't know. But flowering, you know, we're evolving, growing, even through all the madness. The rose and the rose that grew from concrete by Tupac, that popped in my head, you know, when I saw that card. So yeah, even given all the stuff that we have going on, there's an awakening going on, and as a result, we're flowering, we're blooming into this new life, this new timeline, you know. Inner voice, trust your intuition, thunderbolt. That's like that tower moment that we're currently experiencing. Tuning in, you know, getting in touch with your higher self, blocking out all the BS of the outside world. I could go on. This is just from the deck. I haven't even gotten to the cards yet that came out. But okay, the cards that we got, of course, we got schizophrenia. This came out upright. The other 6 cards came out in reverse, but I flipped them around. But so first card was schizophrenia. We got past lives. We've got the Fool. We've got transformation. We've got patience. Just as I put that card up, the sun came out. That's awesome. Sorrow. And abundance. Okay. So from reading these cards, as I said, it's a lot of energy, like a lot of energy. Yeah, it's intense, like, for real, a lot of energy. But schizophrenia, you see there's a guy in the middle, you know, in the middle of 2 plateaus, looks like, I don't know. Then there's these clouds below, but we don't know what's down there, right? And then there's 2 birds here. That to me represents like freedom, you know. But there's this guy here, he's like stuck in between, you know. And right now he's looking down at the abyss, not knowing what's down there, you know. This, I'm feeling like a lot of us are stuck between this old timeline and this new timeline. That's what I'm getting with this card. Like, you know, it's time for us to let go of the past and embrace this new world, because there's no stopping it. It is here. So at this point, it's either get with it or get rolled over. That's what I get when I see this card. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like, because it's like you can't hold on to this side, you know. I don't know if you can see it, but you know, his feet are like, the tops of his feet is perched at the top of that plateau. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's literally nothing for him to hold on to. So it's time for us to let go of the past. This is a new era. This is a new time. This is a new timeline. And it's time to really embrace that and get into it, you know? Past lives. I feel like all the things that are going on now, in my opinion, is kind of like a karmic debt situation. Yeah, and especially with all these planets in retrograde, I can't tell you all of them, but I believe there's like 4 planets right now that are in retrograde: Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, and I want to say Mercury. I don't know, but there's like 3 or 4 planets in retrograde right now, so there is a lot of backtracking and rewinding, and it's a lot of energy going on right now. But I feel like with the current energies going on, this is like some sort of karmic debt to me. Like, the world is pretty much resetting, and it's like the world is like, yeah, with the world resetting, is pretty much purging all of the old things that are going on. And funny, this past lives card fell behind the schizophrenia card, because this side here is like, it like represents like the old timeline. This represents the new timeline. So in order to save himself, he needs to let this go and find his way to get here, you know. And it's time to release all the negative things that our ancestors or the people before us have left behind. You know, this is karmic debt, like working itself out. That's what I'm getting. And then the Fool and transformation right behind that. You know what I'm saying? It's new beginnings. New beginnings. And once again, as you see here, he has like not a care in the world. Like in the Rider Waite deck, on the Fool card, he has like a little bag and he holds a flower. Like in this, he doesn't even have a bag. He's just, you know, he's ready to dive in. And then transformation, you know, as I said, it's a new time, new timeline, new day, you know, new era. And, you know, as I said, even though things may look crazy right now, and I know, like I said, my other empaths are probably feeling this too. The energy has been really heavy, especially for me. Like yesterday and spilling into today, the energy has been really heavy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, right now we're at a time where we're witnessing change firsthand. We're witnessing a new era firsthand. I said this in a live reading that I did on Facebook. I feel like the world that we once knew, it's not going to be that anymore. We are in a completely new timeline. It's time to get with this new timeline. It's welcome to the age of Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? You know, transformation. As you see here, this is like, to me, it's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. You know, balance, yin and yang energy. You know, all will be made right is what I'm hearing. All will be made right. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. We've got Patience here. You know, as you see, she is pregnant, and, you know, giving birth to a new timeline, giving birth to a new way of living. And we have to practice patience. You know, it's gonna take some getting used to, that's for damn sure. It's definitely gonna take some getting used to, but it's necessary. And right now, with all these retrogrades with all these retrogrades going on, it's like, it's a sign for us to, you know, go back and evaluate things and see what it is that isn't serving us anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because carrying that weight is only gonna bog you down. You know what I'm saying? Carrying that weight of the past is only gonna bog you down. It's gonna hold you back. Whew. And after that, we got sorrow and we got abundance. Man, if we keep holding on to this old timeline, this is all it's bringing: sorrow. And that's most likely what a lot of us are feeling right now: sorrow. You know, it's really sad that we have to go through the things that we are going through right now, even in 2020. You know what I'm saying? But nothing under the sun is new. I shared a post on Facebook. It said Saturn retrograde 1992. That was when the whole Rodney King situation happened and the LA riots kicked off. It was a Saturn retrograde at that time, and now look at us. We're in another Saturn retrograde, and cycles. Nothing under the sun is new. You know, but if we keep holding on to this old way of living, this old timeline, if we don't, you know what I'm saying, get with the program, you know, this is the energy that we're going to be in, and we're trying to get away from that, you know. And a lot of us, like I said, are waking up and we're getting out of this. And, you know, for some of us, I'm getting, you know, finding out all the things that's been going on. And even, like I said, for us empaths, it's been heavy, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of us have been in this energy of sorrow because the energy is so heavy. The energy is so heavy. We got to vibrate higher. That's what I'm getting. We got to vibrate higher. If you look at this card here, it's a little sunny, but if you look back here, the stars are shining real bright. You know what I'm saying? To me, I feel like that's the heavens letting you know that they're there, that your angels are there shining down on you. So especially all my light workers and star seeds and such, you know what I'm saying, it's very important that we ground our energy, because man, it's heavy. But the most important thing, we have to realize that all of this is happening for a divine reason, all to get to this abundance here. And right now, it may not make a whole lot of sense why we have to go through all of this stuff. It's really like a tower moment is what I'm sensing. It feels like a tower moment, but it's all happening for a divine reason. We're working out this karmic debt here, you know, starting new, letting go of all things that no longer serve you, things, people, habits, places, whatever. You know, it's time to transform. Transformation is happening. Change is happening. You know, it's going to take some getting used to, but we're giving birth to a new world, to a new way of living. And if we continue to hold on to the old way of living, this is all we're going to be experiencing. And for some of us, we know that we have to change, and we can sense and feel the change in the air, but it's causing you this sorrow because you don't know what's next. You don't know what's to come. But you have to understand that we are protected and divinely guided. Say a prayer, do candle magic, do a releasing ritual, meditate, do some yoga, create some things, you know what I'm saying? Channel that energy into something positive, you know? And once we do all that inner work and even a little external work here, that's when this abundance is gonna kick in. All of this is happening for a divine reason. All of this is happening for a divine reason. So that's that. Let's see if we can get any additional messages. Spirit, what additional messages do you have for me to give to the collective? What additional messages do you have for me to give to the collective? Well, that's a lot. Okay, Spirit, what additional messages do you have for me to give to the collective? Back of the deck, we got the Hermit in reverse. Some of us are probably feeling like, or kind of feeling like we want to be alone, but at the same time wanting to, you know, I don't know, connect in some way. Like, it's like a split I'm feeling. Although this came out in reverse, some of us are feeling like we have done the inner work, or we are doing the inner work, and you know, right now you're at a point where you want to check on family and friends, and, you know, wanting to get back to everyday life as it once was, but as I said, I don't think we're gonna get back to the way things normally was. Let me read from the book what it says about the Hermit in reverse. And if you look on the computer here, if you look on the card here, she's closing her computer screen, like, you know, kind of shutting herself off from the world. And that's honestly what I've been having to do, like, because as I said, like, with all this energy going on, and then seeing all the negative things, you know, going up and down your timeline on social media, you know what I'm saying, we're feeling like we have to disconnect sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Or some of you have disconnected and you're now tuning in. You know what I'm saying? You're now familiarizing yourself with what's going on. That's what I get. Yeah, that's what I got for this. And then under that is the Ace of Swords. Really just getting our mind right for what's to come. Because like I said, 2020 has been a year so far. But, okay. The Hermit in reverse. If you feel lost or confused, go within. Trust that your path will become clear when you connect with yourself on a soul level. Be careful not to get lost in a deeply spiritual path. Disconnect from the outer world. Just said that, you know. Thank you, Spirit. But yeah, pretty much, you know, disconnect, at least for a little, you know. And, you know, we really have to ground ourselves and, you know, just get our mind right, get our energies vibrating higher again, because right now with everything that's going on, all these things going on at once, it's a lot, and it's really overwhelming for a lot of us. So You know, disconnect for a little bit, close the computer, you know, turn the phone off, put your phone on do not disturb, and do that inner work so you can get your mind right, get your mind sharp, you know. But the cards that came out, we've got Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles in reverse, the Fool card in reverse, Six of Cups, Four of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, that's dope. 7 cards came out. But, okay. So, the Nine of Pentacles fell under schizophrenia. So, you know, we've sown the seeds. We've known this new era is coming. We felt the shifts. We felt the change in energy, you know, and a lot of us realize that it is time to go a different route, start something new. Like, now is the perfect time to do it, because as we all know, the world has pretty much been on pause for a little bit now, you know, for a few months, and it feels like it's going to continue for a little while longer. So now is the best time to start planting those seeds so you can, you know, so we can, you know, build a better tomorrow is what I'm hearing, you know, because right now we are definitely witnessing like a tower moment for the world. Like, everything is coming down, like everything, you know. And once we tear down everything that isn't serving us, then the next step is to start planting the new seeds and, you know, sowing new fruits, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not necessarily condoning the looting and all that. Some of us are out there doing it, you know, because we're really tired, we're really frustrated, you know, with the same old narrative, you know. And some are really wanting to change the narrative, while there's others out there who are either out there for greed or out there for other underlying reasons or whatever. I'm not gonna get too into it or whatever, but not everybody is out there on them front lines, you know, to fight for justice. I'm just saying. But anyway, I'm not saying literally tear everything down. I'm saying, like, getting out of this old timeline. You know, a lot of us are seeing our old lives fall apart, and a lot of us just don't know how to deal. But you have to realize that this is necessary. This is necessary for the world. It's literally like the world is hitting reset. You know what I'm saying? And now we have that second chance to make our lives better, to, you know, really do something different, break these generational curses, you know what I'm saying, really taking care of this karmic debt here, you know. And under that is the Knight of Wands. So some of us aren't necessarily thinking everything through, but overall, you know, a lot of us are just ready for change, and we're gonna get to it by any means. Like with this King of Wands here, Knight of Wands, she's determined on this card, and she's ready for battle, you know what I'm saying? So just getting rid of, you know, the old timeline, you know what I'm saying, these old narratives and just all the old stale negative energy that isn't serving us anymore. All of that shit is, you know what I'm saying, we're doing away with it. You know, we've got the King of Pentacles in reverse under the Fool card. Like I said, with that, I'm really picking up, like, with the whole protest thing, like, some of us, well, yeah, some of us are only out there, well, let me rephrase, some people are only out there for the wrong reasons, you know what I'm saying? So be mindful of that. I don't know why it took me to, I don't know why Spirit took me to that in particular, but I guess that needed to come out. But anyway, take what resonates. But as I said, with the Fool card, it's a new beginning. And with this King of Pentacles, I'm also picking up that some of us may be in a sense of fear and worry because of all the things going on in the world, that these new seeds that you want to sow isn't going to work out for you, or I'm sensing like doubt and a little bit of confusion, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, with this Knight of Wands here, we're, you know, rapidly, quickly, you know, taking action. And if you're not, you should, because like I said, now is a good time as any to, you know, make a change. It's time, you know. And some of you may be, you know, maybe second guessing yourself. Don't. You are protected and divinely guided. And like I said, don't be afraid of change. Change is inevitable, you know what I'm saying? And we just gotta learn to roll with the punches. In the book, for the King of Pentacles in reverse, it says, reflect on your relationship with money and wealth. You may be putting money before anything else, negatively impacting your relationships and well-being. Or you may be mismanaging your finances, leaving them in disarray. Take responsibility for your financial well-being. So what I'm getting, okay, so this fell under the Fool card. For a lot of us, you know, we're taking that opportunity to, like, you know, start something new, manifest something new that's gonna be lucrative. But we have to make sure that we are managing our money. Yeah, make sure that we are managing our money, but also use discernment, because I also said this in my June collective reading. You know, there's some greedies out there who are willing to do anything to make a come up. So make sure that you are using your discernment. Don't get got, is what I'm hearing. Don't get got. So make sure that you are managing your funds, and make sure that you are allocating it accordingly. That's what I'm getting for that. And then under the transformation card, we got the Fool in reverse. Some of you, as I said, may be feeling a little uncomfortable with this new change, but you just got to learn to roll with the punches. Detach yourself from this past, because as we see firsthand, things are changing. Things are changing, and you know, we just got to roll with the punches. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Even if you're afraid, oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Release. Release all fear. That's a low vibration, and we want to vibrate high. So don't be afraid of change. Embrace it. Run with it, you know. The Six of Cups and is fell under. A lot of us are, you know, as I said, still kind of stuck in the past a little bit. I'm sensing a little bit of nostalgia. You know, just thinking back on times when you were younger, or when times were more simple. For me, this card, like, I feel like this is like us connecting with that inner child. Yeah, which is a part of this change, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're connecting with our inner child. You know, I'm hearing, like, if I could tell my younger self this, then, you know, I would have been better off. So that's what I get when I see this card. And also, this could be, you know what I'm saying, us being hip on current events now and knowing what we know now. You know, we're going to be passing it on to the next generation. Like I said, we are breaking generational curses, and we are setting our kids and their kids and, you know, the generations to come, we're setting them up for a better life. We're, like I said, we are breaking generational curses, and we're handling that karmic debt, so the generations after us don't have to go through the same things that we went through, and our parents went through, and their grandparents went through, and so on and so forth. So yes, transformation, and it's challenging, you know, but we have to exercise patience. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna happen overnight. Change isn't gonna happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? We gotta put in the work, you know? And a lot of us have been putting in that work. We are putting in that work, you know, to make a change for the next generation, so they don't have to suffer like how we did and the generations before us did, you know? Next card, Four of Pentacles, fell under sorrow. So yeah, we're holding on to these old narratives, these old timelines and such, and it's time to let that shit go. It's time for a change. Change is here. Change is now. We got to get into it, or we're going to continue to be in that sorrow type of state, that sad, melancholy state. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to let that shit go and, you know, experience some new shit. Try some new shit, you know? Yeah. That was pretty cut and dry. And the last card, we've got Wheel of Fortune under abundance. So despite everything that's going on right now, despite all the chaos and all the crazy shit that's been going on in our world, we have to realize that that wheel is always turning. Everything that goes up must come down, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? We have to remember that. We have to remember that even though things aren't ideal right now, we have to realize that A, life goes on. B, you can't let events and situations of the past bog us down and hold us back from our future, connecting to our higher self. It's time for a change. Transformation is happening right now, and it's not going to be easy easing into this, but it's time and it's necessary. And in order for us to get out of this sad state, we have to, you know, finish clearing all this karmic debt so we can get to all this abundance and all this transformation and prosperity, you know, and abundance is there. It's there. We just have to trust in ourselves. We have to trust in our consciousness. And we have to make sure that our morality is on point so that our blessings don't get postponed, and that we flower and bloom and transform and change into this next phase of our life. As soon as we listen to our inner voice. And don't trip off of the tower moment. This represents the tower card, actually. Don't let this tower moment get you down. All you have to do is tune in to the divine, block out all the extra shit going on in the external. Be calm. Tune in. Get your mind right. Oh, that was beautiful. Okay. Spirit, any advice for me to give to the collective? Any advice for me to give to the collective? What messages do you have for me to give for advice for the collective? What needs to be heard? What needs to be honored? Okay. Trapped in fear is at the bottom of the deck. It's time to let that go. And some of us find comfort in fear almost, because we feel like, okay, staying where it's safe, it's safe. We know what comes next. We know, we know what's to come, basically. And it's time to step out of that, because if you want to experience this abundance, this Wheel of Fortune energy here, some risks are necessary. You know what I'm saying? Of course, use your discernment. Make sure you look before you leap. Don't be impulsive. But it's time to let go of fear. It's time to stop living in fear. And, that's not just with everyday, career and all that. This is like for everyone. You know what I'm saying? It's time to stop living in fear, because fear is a low vibration. And that's like, the vibes have been really fucking low as of late. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to let that fear go, because living in fear has gotten us nothing but bodies when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? And of course, everyone has to die one day, but a lot of these deaths are senseless and uncalled for. So it's time to let go of fear. It's time to stand in our power, and getting to the cards that came out, partnerships and alliances. We have to work together. The world pretty much reset itself so that we could get a second chance to make things right in life. You know what I'm saying? Partnerships and alliances. So we need to come together as one. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that racism don't exist. Racism definitely fucking exists, clearly, but when are we gonna realize that at the end of the day, we're all human? We're all fucking human. Like, I just don't understand why that's a hard concept to grasp. But yeah, partnerships and alliances. Especially for my beautiful black people, now's the best time as ever to stick together, come together, and find a solution for the better. We know the problem. We know our problems that we have to fix. Now, question is, what are we gonna do to fix it? You know what I'm saying? And you know what? That message in particular is not only for my black people, but with the police force and that situation with George Floyd and everyone else who has lost their life to to the police, those that are here to serve and protect. Now that we know the problem, what's the solution? To the government. Now that we know the problem, what's the solution? You know what I'm saying? You know, these times are uncertain. So right now is, you know, I feel like everybody is on a thing like, oh, I'm getting mine, you gotta get yours. Okay, yes, we do have to take care of ourselves first, because we can't be pouring from an empty cup. Yes, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, if we stick together as a community, if we stick together all as one, we can get so much accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Helping each other, you know? So I feel like that is most needed right now. Togetherness. There's this song that's playing in my head. It's called Black Effect by the Carters, Jay-Z and Beyonce. Everything is Love is probably one of my favorite albums. And that song, like there's a speech at the beginning of it. She said, love of humanity, that's the love that is right now needed most. Love of humanity. And so Black Effect, listen to that, look it up after you watch this video. That's what's playing when I look at this card. But the other card that we got was Passions Ignite. So with Passions Ignite, I feel like we just have to go within. We have to just really do that inner work, because as you see, her heart chakra here is glowing. It's like on fire almost, you know what I'm saying? So with this partnerships and alliances, we have to find our place in the, you know, in this fight, in this, you know, in this situation that we got going on. You know what I'm saying? We got to find a way to work together, and not everybody can be on the front lines. You know what I'm saying? Not all of us, you know, are cut out to be nurses or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We just got to find our place in this so that we can work like a fine-tuned machine. You know what I'm saying? And just work towards this new timeline. Yeah. So yeah, overall, change is here. Change is happening right now. So it's up to us to figure out what it is that we're gonna do to ease into this new change, to get into this new change. You know, don't be afraid of it, because it's happening whether you want it to or not. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of us figuring out our place in the world to make the world a better place. Because like I said, Mother Earth has reset. It's given us a second chance to do right. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to us to figure out our place in the world and what role we play in it. You know what I'm saying? So yes, that is all I am getting for this. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that I made sense in this, because this was just, you know, an impromptu thing, you know, straight off the hip. Let me know if any of this resonated, what you think. Talk to me down in the comments. I love reading you guys' comments and interacting with you. So yeah, let me know what is going on. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As I said at the beginning of the video, everything that you need to know is down in the description box below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I pray that everyone out there watching this is safe and healthy, and really make sure that you are centering and grounding yourself, and also being grateful, because even though right now it's some crazy shit going on, like, you know, be grateful. Thank God for the things that you do have. You know what I'm saying? Because it could always be worse. it could always be worse. So make sure that you are expressing gratitude for the things that you do have. So I will leave you guys with that, and I will end this video here. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next video. Peace.